my, oh my God. What a week. What a fucking month. God, my head hurts. I've been up for 30 hours. So it seems. How are you doing, Wasabi?
You really been up for 30 hours?
It feels like it. I might not. I might have been sleeping on and off for hours. I might be, but
What's
I'm
got
not a
you? What's got
zombie.
you? What's got you up so late?
Oh, The Last of Us. All the bullshit. I'm kidding.
Oh,
No, there's a lot of bullshit.
clickers outside your door.
You know it, man. All these kissing and shit. I'm not used to all this. Not used to all this bullshit, but the world's burning, everything's happening. How is it? You played it, you beat it. We're
I
not
was
gonna get
jumping
into
right
it.
into it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the I've been waiting for this.
Okay, let me start by saying this. Okay,
All
um,
right.
I love it when a game comes out that's this controversial because it
Okay.
just it just goes to show how passionate people are about the medium, like, and just how games themselves have transformed into this thing that just sparks so much conversation, or at least it's supposed to spark conversation. Hold on, there's fucking jets flying outside. Damn it.
I was wondering what the hell that was. Maybe they were excited.
um, this game's supposed to spark a lot of conversation, but I feel like there's not conversations being had. It's mostly just an echo chamber of fucking hatred for no reason.
Yeah, but the hatred's gonna win out.
The hatred's gonna
That's
run
what it's
out.
looking. That's what it's looking like. It looks like the hatred's gonna win out.
It's just I don't know. It feels like those reviews came out and then people were like, "No, fuck that. It's a zero." Like, I don't know why
No,
we're disregarding the people who love this game and we're only
I
listening to
will.
the people who hate it. And it seems
I
like,
will say this about the reviews. They do seem a little heavy on the tens. They were like 10,
I
10,
can
10,
tell
10.
you, here's what I know for a fact that those tens, those people really do feel that strongly about the game. They're not just giving it a 10 just to give it a 10.
It does
Like,
feel that way though.
they feel super strongly about this game.
I
Um,
know they feel super strongly about it, and
and
the
on
other
the other
side feels
side,
just strongly about
they
it.
feel just as strongly, but there's no fucking way you can give this game a zero. Like, that is not justified. Like,
No,
you
no,
can
they're
you
they're
can
giving.
feel as strongly as you want about this game, but let's be fucking realistic about it. Like, not let's not just fucking go, "Oh, I hate the story. It's a zero, zero." Like, let's first of all, let's play the fucking game before we say anything about it, and then let's have a conversation about it instead of
Yeah.
just tossing shit out there and not explaining why we feel the way we do. So for
Um,
me,
I will
um,
say this. Oh, sorry. I will say this about the whole 10 situation. I feel like it's just the developers. I meant the reviewers. They're just like, oh, it's a AAA game, and we'll just give it what we feel. Like, I hope that those people defend their scores and feel passionate about it because right now they're being shouted down hard.
yeah, but like I said, I can tell you without a doubt in my mind that those people feel they feel very strongly about the game. They're not just throwing tens out there just to fucking throw tens out. Like, they are. And when it comes to me, I would not give this game a 10, but I can see why they would give it a 10.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm just saying, if a reviewer's going to review a game, he should feel ironclad about it.
And that's what I'm saying. The one that I've looked at after I finished the game, I went back and looked at the leaks that I didn't see before I played. I looked at the leaks. I looked at other people talk about the game. Alana Pierce, She used to be at IGN. She has her own like YouTube channel now. She brought in a bunch of people that said she brought in two people that gave it a 10. She brought in two people that gave it a 5, and they all had like a discussion about it, and all of them had good points. Like no one, there was not one person that said something that was like, "No, you're completely out of base. This is ridiculous." Like this is just one of those games that just it sparks this kind of conversation. Like it wants you to hate it almost in a way. Um, and like I super respect it for that.
All right.
Um, it's a First of all, it's a technical marvel. Like graphically
I don't think.
incredible.
Yeah, it can be a technical marvel and all that stuff, but that whatever. Keep going.
Um, Graphically incredible. I don't know how Naughty Dog does it, man. They well, I do know how to do it, but that's a
Oh,
controversy. That's a controversy in its own. But
right.
just the level of detail, the graphic design, that the acting is out of this world. The animations out of this fucking world. The facial animations, the sound design. Like I've never heard like there's this constant breathing in the game. Like if you just stand there and listen, you can just hear people fucking breathing, and I'm like, what the? Like I've never heard breathing in a game like this before, but everyone's just breathing constantly. Um, like they nail the presentation of it all. Um, and then I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to talk about anything specific. But the game tries to do stuff, and it has super high highs. Like the highs in this game were just some of the most incredible moments I've had in games. But like there's a lot of low points too, where it's like I don't know about this one. Like there's a lot of hits in the story, but there's also a lot of misses. I but it never was I like, what, this is completely fucking ridiculous. Like I can always see what they're trying to do, even if it doesn't land with me personally. Um, I can see what they're trying to do, but I don't use like a 10 scale, but if I had to give it a rating, it would be like for me like a 7, like a high 7, maybe
Okay.
an
All
8.
right. And some people would call that bad. A high seven's fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give
Um
it a 10, but whatever.
I
That
definitely
game,
wouldn't give it a 10, but
you know, games like this make you realize that the community is still passionate and strong about what they feel.
yeah.
They're just gonna go at it. And for me, I couldn't be any more happier to see, like, hey, the sales are good, whatever. Like, I wasn't really worried about that. But hey, hey, you want to, it's that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, the dust hasn't settled on this shit yet, so we got to see what happens.
The game's incredibly long, so like 25 to 30 hours. I rushed through it, got through in like 21 hours.
Yeah, that's what it seemed
um,
like.
it's I don't know. It's in the same way, like Death Stranding came out and people were super polarized about that.
Okay, so you know what about Death Stranding? At least Death Stranding was a slog.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the thing like that game felt like you felt like you were carrying cargo.
Yeah.
Like you felt like you were taking damage. But it had a charm to it that was not like it had Kojima's weirdness, but that game is just it's fine. Like that, like but this one was kind of going for it. It's like,
Yeah, and
yeah, we're
that's why
going
like
for it.
I feel the same way about The Last of Us Part 2. Like it's not it doesn't do traditional shit. Like it could have taken the easy way and just made something that everyone would just accept without question, but
I
they
see.
decide like
Well,
they decided to just make people hate it on purpose. Like I feel like they purposely made this game the way it is.
well, I think they're mismanaging the market a little bit too. I think they think their market's a lot more liberal than they think there is. I'm like, no, your audience is pretty conservative, dog. Very naughty of you.
Right.
I
Well,
don't.
okay. If you're like, if you're talking about like the like LGBT shit that's in, I okay. So if you saw those leaks, I got fucking
I
like
saw
don't.
a little bit of it. I didn't see all of it. I didn't go like, oh, I'm gonna watch all these leaks. I saw what I needed to see,
There's
and
no
that's it.
fucking those leaks are completely fucking bullshit. All right, like they
Yeah, they had
are
some time to work on them.
okay. Maybe they changed it after the leaks came out. Maybe they didn't.
I
Like
mean,
I
you
don't
you
know,
all
but
you have to take what they present you at face value. Is it real? Is it not? It's up to you.
it doesn't matter. What's in the game
Yeah.
right now? Those leaks completely misinformed. Like
Well, that was
you
the whole
can't judge
point
this
of
game based on those leaks because
Well, that was the
there's
whole point was to misinform people. It was to get people upset about it. You think the
yeah I
leaker did put you think the leaker put it out there and go like, "Man, this game's great"? No, he put it out there because he was disgruntled and mad.
yeah. And what I'm saying is people are now judging the game based on that and then like not
Yeah,
playing it and then but then they go online and then spew all this bullshit and then review bomb the game and it's like okay wait fucking like at least play the game and know
they
what's
don't
in
want
the
to play
game
the
and
game.
what's not in the game. I know
They don't
now they
want to.
don't know now, if they're not going to play the game then they should shut the fuck up.
Well, they're not.
Like I'm not trying to defend this game. It's not even just this game, but it's just like in general, you can't talk shit about a thing that you didn't play and then go on to fucking post reviews and shit like, oh my god, I can't believe fucking they did this when they didn't do that shit. Like Neil Druckmann, like Mitch Dyer came out and was like, he posted that shit about Amy Hennig leaving Naughty Dog, and he came
Yeah,
out
she got
recently on
forcibly out
Twitter.
or something.
Yeah, it's like there's tons of information flying around about Naughty Dog and fucking in this game. Like it's completely fucked up. A lot of it's not true, and people are getting
Well,
fucking fucked
even
for it.
even if it's not true, Naughty Dog needs to get their house in order.
Sure, Naughty
Because
Dog needs to get their house in order, but if you're gonna say that, then like there's like tons of other studios that are in the same fucking like Rockstar, same shit.
right, they need to get their house in order too.
So
And
like
they're not off the hook because they made Grand Theft Auto.
but also that's not even why people are review bombing the game. Like no
I
one
know.
gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about the working conditions at Naughty Dog. No one gives a
You remember,
shit.
remember that time when Black Ops? What was it? Remember that time Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 didn't have lobbies and they review bombed it? That's what people do. It's what they do.
That's a valid thing to do for a game that's like for a game that's fucked up. Sure, review bomb it and then have it changed. The Last of Us
PC
2,
lobby.
The Last of Us 2, nothing's broken in this game. Nothing's the game's working as intended.
It's deeper than that.
Just
It's
because you
it's
don't
more.
It's not deeper than that though. It's not. If you
It,
go to
it to
Metacritic,
these people they are.
read those shitty reviews. No one's if you're gonna like
No, no.
if you're gonna review bomb, write your actual problem and then like
You
if you
already lost
read
the
those
narrative.
shits,
They don't want to hear it.
no one's upset about what the fuck they
Right,
should be
but I'm
upset about.
also remember when Skyrim came out and that game had bugs and issues and people just glommed it over. It's the same thing reverse here.
But that was a long time that was a long
Uh,
time ago where that was more acceptable. I mean, Sky like
to just yeah,
Bethesda wasn't known as Bugthesda back then.
yeah, but now they are bug that like literally you couldn't talk a lick about The Last of Us 2. Like if you came out and said you like The Last of Us 2, you're gonna get on there. You're gonna get a hate train coming. It's like
Yeah, and
chugga
you shouldn't.
chugga, choo choo.
And you shouldn't. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. But The game is like not. It's not bad. It's quite good. Um, like if you're not gonna play it, not don't play it. But also don't fucking talk about it if you're not gonna play it either. Um,
Also, if don't get upset if the game sells very well.
are people upset that it's selling well?
Well, it's selling well in the UK, and I'm like, well, that's the UK. Fuck off. And it sold like 40% more than Animal Crossing or some shit. And it's like Animal Crossing sold 13 million copies. Last of Us Part 2 wishes it could sell 13 million copies in 3 months. Who knows what it's gonna sell?
I think it'll sell very well.
Well, we're gonna find
Reviews
out.
don't really affect game
No,
sales. I mean, they
no,
do, and
no.
they do to a certain extent. But when you put out a thing called The Last of Us Part Two, people are gonna
But
fucking buy it.
also releasing it in this kind of state, in this kind of stealthiness, normally AAA games will come out like this. I know with the COVID and the pandemic, Animal Crossing came out normally, Doom came out normally, and this game was like, I guess we'll release it.
Yeah, well, for me and you, we're paying attention to that stuff, but for like
Right.
the normal consumer, they don't really care. They just say, "Oh
I
shit,
guess
The Last of Us Two is out. I love that game on PS3."
I,
They're
I
not.
already I already said my piece on that. You know, I already said what I needed to say on Mario Kart. I don't need to go anywhere deeper into that.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart Saturday. It's where I get my deep thinks on.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where
yeah,
I get that. So, Last of Us 2, it's good. Good. I
it's
mean,
good.
there's always everyone likes a good comeback story. Battlefront 2 in all. So, who lives
Um,
in a pineapple under the sea?
are you are you did you play SpongeBob?
I did. I did. It's very it's SpongeBob. It's what you need to know. He lives in a pineapple under the sea. It's nautical nonsense. It's something you wish. It's a collectathon. That's all you need to know.
I had
Like
that game on GameCube, I think.
that that game's a collectathon.
I had that game on GameCube. I don't remember it being very good. I
Who
mean,
cares? It's
it's
a
like a meme,
collectathon.
right? It's a meme that that game came out, right?
One thing so.
'Cause no one actually was like clamoring for that shit. Like, oh my god,
Um
I gotta have that bikini bottom.
I feel like people did gotta I gotta have that bikini bottom.
Like I know like speedrunners ran it as a meme, and then like this was just this underground fucking
Was it
roar of it.
was it
But
was it cheap to get this game? To get it made again?
I
Like
don't
that
think anything's
SpongeBob
cheap. But
I know THQ bought all the bullshit. Nordic bought all the THQ stuff to make it. You know, like, hey, we acquired source code for SpongeBob and these other Nickelodeon games, and somehow Nickelodeon just go like, sure, you can make your stupid SpongeBob game. What? It just seems so random. It's a
I don't know.
collectathon. Mr. Krabs
I
doesn't have his
um
voice.
I like collectathon games actually, but I've
Yeah,
played this one before, so
it's one of those, and it's a lot prettier now. It's a lot prettier and runs very nicely on PC if you have it. If you want that's what I'm playing on. Who lives on a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob motherfucking SquarePants. His nautical nonsense. I played something else, but I can't fucking think of it.
I've been playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Yeah, you've been playing yeah. I saw you play that once, and I shut it off because I was like, fuck that.
I that game kind of just came and went, and like no one was talking about it.
Yeah, it came out in January. It's the RPG. Is that the
Um,
one?
dude, not only is it an RPG, but it is an RPG ass RPG. Like
It's a Dragon Ball RPG RPG.
RPG though. Like the that is a very
Yo,
number. It's a numbers based game. Like numbers fucking everywhere. Percents, numbers. Like it does the Odin sphere thing of like you know how you have to like cook food and eat your food, and that's how you get your stat increases.
oh weird.
It does that. Like there's
You
hunting,
get your
there's fishing,
props.
there's cooking. It's like it's super open world and it has a bunch of characters from the Dragon Ball universe just like scattered out, and you can just talk to them and do missions for them, explore the world and go hunting and shit. It's super weird, man. But like, it expects you to kind of do all the side shit and level up and like beef up your character before you do the story shit. Because I tried to do the first boss fight with Raditz, right in the very beginning of the game, and
Well,
he
that was
beat
your
my
mistake.
motherfucking ass.
See, that was your mistake. You went in the first boss fight with Radix.
But well, it's fucking Raditz though. Like he's like the weakest motherfucker.
Yeah, so that was your
if we're
fault.
talking if we're talking power level, but like it, I you don't think that it's like well, it doesn't really tell you to just be
Did you
like, hey, you better power up before you go into this.
did you
It
take
just
your shoes off?
no. Why would you
Did
do that?
does, does Goku take off his like 100-pound bullshit to in the match?
No, that doesn't happen
Aw.
yet. That happens when he gets to planet Namek. I think that's a Frieza fight.
Just literally like, oh, I can fight you more. Like this shit weighs like 200 pounds. You're like, yeah.
It follows the Dragon Ball Z story like heavily. Like it gets pretty fucking in depth. Um, actually, this I would consider this the best Dragon Ball Z game I've ever played.
Sounds good.
Um,
There's a lot of
it's
good ones.
just no, I don't think there are. I think there's one good one, maybe
One good
two.
one in Budokai.
Not even Budokai, dude. Those games suck.
I agree.
I mean,
People like those.
as a kid, I played them and enjoyed them, but I know they're bad games. Like, this just the first one that feels like I don't know. It just feels like you're in that world instead of just doing like, okay, now we're fighting this guy, now we're fighting this guy, now we're fighting this guy. Um, like you can actually run around and travel and talk to all the characters and interact with them, and it just feels a lot cooler.
So it feels like a fleshed out thing.
Yeah. Um, like it even scatters out all the characters, and then you can see their like backstory from when like how Goku met them and like what their significance is in the Dragon Ball universe. Like it has all the lore intertwined. It's really cool, but it's an RPG ass RPG. Like I feel like that game is gonna be fucking long as fuck. But
Long as fuck. Well, you started it and you're ready for the long as fuck.
yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a nice Kakarot. So coming around to the Goku. I'm, I need to check that game out when you play it next. Huh, that's basically. I didn't play anything more Fortnite. Duh. You want to get into this sad news?
sure.
Oh, sorry. We'll go down the line, but some of this, if it's there, I'm looking at. But some of it's just, ugh. Ooh, EA Play.
EA Play, yeah.
Love Steam.
EA loves your Steam box.
Yes.
Um, they also love your Nintendo Switch.
they came around to it after people beat the shit out of them to say, "Hey, like this thing." No, that's what happened.
Yeah, they held their EA Play, I guess. They're like what would have been at E3 shit.
Also,
I don't even think they could have done this at E3 because
right.
there was a lot of nothing in it.
Also, Greg Miller's everywhere.
You know he's a good host. But I don't like. I know he doesn't like. It was weird seeing him at the PC games thing because I know he fucking hates PC games. But
Yeah, he was there. Was he at Sony? He was
he
in
must have
something
been.
else.
He is the Sony guy, so they didn't have
He was in
him at Sony.
something. He was at something else that I could not like. He was in like every time they had a conference, Greg Miller was there.
Yeah, they love Greg Miller. He's cool. He's a good host. So
No. I'm not mad. I'm just saying it's a lot of Greg Miller.
yeah.
That is all. I want people to go like, you want him? No.
So yeah, they EA Play came out and they just ran through all the stuff that they have, which is not a lot. um, I think they pulled out the Apex Legends. Uh,
Yeah.
Apex Legends new season, new skins, new game mode. It's coming to Steam and Nintendo Switch with
You know what?
full crossplay support this fall.
Which is great. I'm glad that game's getting full cross-grade support. Now everyone can be joined on the cheating part of the PC master race. Nah, it's fine.
I like Apex Legends more than Fortnite.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna have the whiny little kids, and it's nice to have someone to be the jump master and go like, all right, I'm gonna go over here now. I'm like, cool, you go over there. You can go over there now, and it seems they're gonna add PVE. They're gonna add another limited time mode to it when this comes out.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
so lots of Steam stuff. Sims 4 came out for Steam. This is not on there, but they showed like we're inclusive. I hate those commercials. I get it. I get it. It's the pandering to their audience, but I really do hate them.
well, it makes sense, I guess, for Sims 4. I mean, you don't really think about it, but it is one of those games. It's just like you can create whoever you want, and be whoever you want. And
Yeah.
I've never made myself in Sims 4. I mean, the last time I played Sims was like Sims 2, like
Now,
20
with
years ago. But
with that said, that is their audience. It's not like I'm like, oh no, they don't. They know exactly who the Sims audience is.
I mean, everyone plays. Anyone plays The Sims. Like
Right.
I don't know who the. I don't think it has an audience. It's. I mean, like a lot of people play Sims. Sims is more
So
popular than like you realize. I mean, there's just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I'm
it
not
seems like an
mad at the.
underground thing, but Sims is extremely popular.
I'm not. Well, the thing was, hi, we have no announcements, but it's coming to Steam. But we want to pander a little bit to the audience and go like, it's okay to be a freak. It's like that's cool. Let's all be freaks.
I think they do have like new content coming, but it is also
They
coming to
do.
Steam.
I mean, this whole thing was like, we love Steam. I'm like, EA, thank God you love Steam because I love Steam. I don't like you that much, but I love Steam. And welcome back to Steam.
New game from Joseph Fares of Haze Light, the guy that brought us that one game, A Way Out.
Fuck the Oscars. They were proud of showing that. They were like, hey, remember that guy that said fuck the Oscars? Yeah, he's got a new game. And they showed how he grew up in a hellhole. Hi, I grew up in a hellhole. Was he a was he a filmmaker before this? I was so confused what
I
they're trying
guess
to
he
do.
was like maybe like an amateur film. I thought they were about to like announce like a movie based on him or something. I'm like, oh, that's an
I was
interesting turn.
I was very confused about that whole thing. But like, oh, he sounds like an interesting dude. I'm down. Sounds like a rags to riches story
Yeah.
or dirt to riches or whatever you want to call it. He say he was in some fucked up country, some third world
Um,
country.
New game from Zoink called Lost in Random. This game looks really cool. I love the art style of this. It looks like a stop
It
motion, like kind of like Coraline or
it did look really cool.
real
I
Tim Burton
I want
esque.
to. The art style is very cool, and you know what I worry about with EA games like that is they put them out there and they seem like they die.
Yeah, yeah. There was that one game that I played last year. Fuck, what was that game called? I don't
Yeah, it
remember
was
what it
like
was called.
you're in the ocean and it's like deep and yeah, we did a
Yeah,
curriculum of it, and it was just out there floating out there, this cool thing, and then it was like no one was talking about it. It just floated out there to die.
yeah. They had that other game, that other like music game. Ode. Is that what it was called?
Odin Spear? No.
No, it was just called Ode. I think ODE. Um. Oh, here's something fucked up. Rocket Arena. This is fucked up, dude. So, like, if you don't know what Rocket Arena is, it's an old
I
Quake
kind of know.
mod. Um, it's an old Quake mod where you could do like 1v1. It had other modes where it was like free for all with like multiplayer, but the premise is basically the same. It's just you and fucking rockets. Sometimes you get like rail guns. And it's just you and one other dude just fucking rocketing it out. This is fucked up because they tried to turn that into a character hero shooter, third person. This just looks bad.
And they're charging 40 for it.
Oh, this is gonna be $40.
Yeah, they're charging 40 for it.
Yeah, this is fucked up. It has
Yeah, that
Smash
was
Brothers rules, so like you don't really kill your opponents. You try to knock them out their arena. Um,
really. I didn't know about that part.
yeah, there's like a grid like outlining the whole arena. So the more damage you take, the more you fly, like Smash Brothers. Um, yeah, I don't know about this, man. I don't know why you would just. I don't know why you would call it Rocket Arena just to fuck up the fans of that Quake mod. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that that looks like EA's over delivering on that game. All right.
yeah, but that'll launch on July 14th with crossplay, so you'll be able to play it wherever you want. And then they came out and showed some Star Wars. I mean, they didn't really show
Nothing but
much.
Star Wars.
Star Wars Squadrons. The story takes place after Return of the Jedi. So I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I'm
That
not a Star
means
Wars guy.
after Luke Skywalker defeated the Empire, I guess they're just mopping them up after that.
Okay.
I guess it tells the story between there's a part of Star Wars before Luke goes lives on a rock and just goes
All
like,
right.
I'm gonna go live on this rock.
Cool.
Yeah, so I guess they're gonna tell that story of it. It's not gonna be canon because Disney said nothing is going to be canon. So it's interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, they didn't really show much. They just showed a lot of cinematic trailers.
Well,
Um,
yeah. I'm surprised they didn't announce a beta of that kind of thing
they probably will. They said it launches October 2nd with
on
crossplay support.
on Steam, Epic Store. PS4, P 360, not 360, Xbox One, and yeah, crossplay. Every game's getting crossplay now.
Yeah. Well, EA,
Good.
it seems like their EA's focus was like crossplay and just being able to play whatever the fuck you want and wherever you want,
Hey,
which is
I
good.
think
I want more people to do that. I want more games to do that.
well, Fortnite paved the way for that, and I think that is good.
Yeah.
Having to buy two copies of something is stupid.
Or even just being forced to play on a certain platform because that's where your friends are going to be playing.
Yeah,
Like at least I can know that I get the superior PC version. And I can still play with other, the peasants.
yeah.
That was a
To
little
play
jokey
with.
joke.
No, I know. Soon enough, the peasants are gonna be fassy fast, just like Apple and ARM.
They showed Madden and FIFA. We don't really care about that, so we'll skip
Yeah,
over that.
more better ball control always.
I think the real highlight of this, not even a highlight, it was just more like a wet fart. Kind of is mentioned skate. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
skate, we're doing it. So quit
it
sending
was
us DMs.
it was kind of like they were like, "We got something cool to tell you. We're making Skate 4. Thanks, a-holes. Not a-holes, but
Yeah,
your passion for this." I'm like, "Hey, it's what we all want. Get excited, you
yeah.
know?"
The passion was there, fucking for years, but
I mean,
decided,
if there
oh,
was
now's the
and
time.
they didn't relent on that. Normally, when they go, like, "Hey, how about Skate 4?" Normally, it would just go away in the ether.
Yeah.
No, that shit had staying power.
So
And
pretty much, they didn't even say the words "skate 4." They just said, "Yeah, we're doing it, so it's happening. So shut up." But they never said the words "skate 4," which is
also, after that game came out, Skate 3 went back up the charts. So it's not like the game sold poorly.
yeah. It's just weird. EA really had not much to show. I mean, it is we are between like console generations here, so
Yeah,
maybe
but
they
these,
just
you know what? All right, so not to segue, but EA's conference and the PC one was the worst. Apple had the best one. How to do this? Yes, Apple.
um no, they didn't. But if you want
Yeah,
to
they
talk
did.
about Apple, we can do Apple. You're the Apple guy, so
Well, I'm not the Apple guy. I'm just saying, like, the way they did their transitions into the conference. Like, this is like, hi, we're EA. Fuck all of you. This is our games. Like, they did it, like, cinematically. It actually had a tone to it.
because the transitions are what matter, not the actual
Transition.
announcements.
Nintendo has good transitions.
I don't give a fuck about transitions when I'm
I
trying to
care
like
about
get
transitions.
information on new products.
Transitions are very important when they're trying to present something. They go like, "All right, here you guys are," and then the camera's spinning, and they're like, "We got a great show for you tonight. We're gonna tell you about iOS, Macintosh, this watch," and you're like, "Yeah, this watch." And
Okay,
then they do this.
talk about what they actually announced though.
I don't want to get into the watch, but iOS 14 is going to be more Android-like. They're going to add widgets to it. You know how on the iPhone, it's been shit for years trying to find your applications. It's
Yeah,
it's bad.
they're adding an app drawer and widgets to the home
They're
screen.
adding an app drawer and widgets to the home screen. They're adding picture in picture. They're adding all the things that were on Android you can do on a low end Android. You
They've
can
been
now.
doing that for they've been playing catch up for years though. Like
Yeah, but
even
this is ridiculous, man. This is fucked up. This is like, what the fuck, Apple? It took you 14 versions to get this? 14.
they figured it out.
It was one of those things of like, if they didn't do this, I'm leaving. And I know I keep saying that every year, but I was leaving.
I thought you left a long time ago. Don't you love your new Android phones?
I love my Android, I really do, but it's just the ink. It's just this little bullshit in iOS that picture in picture. The next thing they should steal is the whole. You know how you can not do picture in picture? You can do cross pane. You can do one app and the other app on the screen.
Yeah, you
Maybe
can
they should.
multi.
Yeah, maybe it's just still that for iOS 15.
Maybe they will.
Maybe they will.
I'm not gonna. It's not that one sided. Like Android does steal some ideas from iOS too, so it's not.
Yeah, but
But it's
it's
like
not
very
this
little.
blatant.
Yeah,
But this is blatant. Like, hi, we did this. Like Android has their little widgets and all that stuff, and at a glance. But there was one thing that the iOS widgets do. You can set your widgets like for a time of day and night. So at night you can do like the calm widget or how many steps, and it will tell you different information. And the Android does not do that.
you can do that. Well, the thing
Oh,
about Android is there's 100 different fucking home screen, like there's a bunch of different launchers and home screens and widgets.
I see.
You can just get them on the Play Store and customize it however the fuck you want. Like Apple, you have to
Well,
use what they
okay.
give you.
Yeah, Apple's a walled garden. You are in their system, and that is it.
Um, yeah, it's a good move, but they should have had this from the start.
Well, I'm just saying, Android is better at glancing at your phone and getting the info you need, and then putting it back.
Yeah,
Like and this will get you closer to, oh, like the Twitter widget or whatever. I can just go like, oh, that's what's happening on Twitter. Cool, put it back. Oh, I got
yeah.
a notification. Okay, cool, put it back. And a lot of times Apple just doesn't get. They get it now, but like I have pages upon pages upon pages that I can't wait to get rid of. I have one page on my Android phone, one, and it's great. I have one page for apps and one page for widgets. It's glorious. I don't need any more than that. Oh yeah, they're moving the Macintosh to ARM.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're moving the Mac to the ARM.
Well,
That's
they're developing
well, they already
their own
have.
chip. Yeah.
They have for iPhones and iPads and all that stuff, but now they're going to move the thing that runs Mac is Intel, and they're just going to move that to their own chips. I'm not convinced that these chips they say are very powerful because ARM processors are not that. They're efficient and they're powerful, but they're not powerful.
They're pretty powerful.
They are now, but not per watt.
Well, the thing is that they really have to be all the applications have to be re-optimized for that
Right,
platform now. So
right.
I don't even think
I
they didn't
mean,
even guarantee. I think they said like, yeah, we're talking to Adobe and Microsoft, but nothing's guaranteed. Like they can't really guarantee that the shit will be ready. They're just kind of just being like, yeah, we're gonna help them, but we don't know yet. So
and they're gonna help them, all right. I mean, and is the other thing is Apple's just gonna own the whole stack from the application. They're gonna if you want to get on the App Store, on the Mac App Store, the iPhone App Store, you go through Apple.
I mean, you already
Like,
have to do that anyway.
yeah, but now you really have to go through Apple. You didn't have to go through them to put a Macintosh application. Now you really have to go through them. They check everything. They're a walled garden. Not like the PC where you can install any bullshit you want,
Yeah.
you know. And this is the difference between you can run iPhone apps and iPad apps on the new ARM chip. I think that's the game changer, but also I think people forget one thing is when they move from PowerPC to Intel Macs, those Intel Macs were way better performers than the IBM ones. And when they say this is gonna be powerful, these chips have to be powerful. Like, these have to be like, "Oh, shit." And I don't know if it can be.
I think. I mean, these things just continuously evolve. So, like year after year, it's just constantly just getting better and better and better. Less power consumption, more power, or more performance.
Mhm.
Like it's they've been able to just crank these things out just again and again and again, just completely optimize. Smaller, smaller,
Oh, yeah.
smaller. Just putting smaller dies and
Yeah, but
more
also,
optimization.
like I say, you buy a Mac or an iPhone, an iPad, you're buying a Mac, an iPhone, and an iPad. You're buying into that ecosystem.
People who are buying these things, I don't think they're already in it. Like
Right.
these aren't like these shows aren't for me. Like
No, 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 no.
I'm never buying another Apple products in my life.
No,
Uh,
but it's interesting to see what they do with the changes of it, you know. It's just the change from PowerPC to Intel was a big move from the Mac. It was a ballsy move to put, to go from that, but it was one of those things that the Mac benefited very much from Intel. It benefit very much from the PowerPC.
yeah,
I mean, and you're trying to tell people, oh, it's gonna those power. They were running up limits with the Power PC part. Like, I'm not saying they're all running up limits with Intel. I'm not saying they're not, but I feel like it's not the same where the Power PC had legit problems and Intel and these things. You have to go toe to toe for people to switch to ARM on a Mac. These things have to be, you have to do some engineering magic to make sure that these things run as good as they do. And
I
we'll
feel like
see.
your typical Apple consumer just doesn't really like care
They don't
about what the fuck they don't care. They don't know and they don't care. Like they're gonna buy the shit anyway. They don't know what the fucking. They don't know what's under the hood. They don't care what's under the hood. They just want to do their Mac shit.
care. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Well, soon enough, you're going to just do your Mac shit.
They just want to do their iPhone shit.
Well, they're gonna do their iPhone shit. Well, that's all I cared about for the Mac thing. That's all right. We can move on to our next thing. I'm just saying they did a better presentation than EA, PC Gamer, and not Sony. Sony did fine.
That is Apple. You will buy it or you will perish.
You will buy it or you. Oh, this one's cool. I'm glad they're doing this.
Crash Bandicoot 4 was announced. It is called Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
It is
I guess
about
it's
time.
literally about time. It's about like time travel, and
Oh,
I don't know why all these games are coming out that are like time based.
it's
But
the new hotness. Traveling time, man. They love
new
Back to the
hotness.
Future.
This trailer looks great. I'm not the biggest Crash fan in the world, but
Me either, but
this looks like a fucking Crash Bandicoot game, like through and through.
I'm glad that Crash is getting his due. He earned it.
Yeah, well, I guess they did those ports, and they were like, hey, people really want this. I mean, I think it was more because of what Naughty Dog did for Crash, more so than what Activision is doing for Crash. But hey, if they're
Well,
gonna capitalize off it,
at least Activision didn't fuck up those ports and they actually did them right.
yeah. Well, they didn't
I
do
mean,
those ports. That was
right.
Vicarious
I'm just saying.
Visions.
Yeah,
The ports are
Vicarious.
good.
Yeah, I mean, what they're doing with Crash, they're not making a fool of himself. And I bought Crash Team Racing. I think that game is trash, but whatever. I bought the Spiral collection. I bought all these collections. They're good. They're solid things that you would want. I think it is about time that Crash gets another run around.
Yeah, so this game's set to launch for PS4 and Xbox One on October 2nd.
Man,
Um,
they're just cranking out new stuff, aren't they? Old stuff, new stuff. The Tony Hawk stuff's in September. Crash About Time's coming out in October. At least they have a new slate of games instead of just Call of Duty.
yeah. Well, we don't even know shit about Call of Duty yet, right?
We
Shouldn't they
know
be talking
nothing
about
about
that
Call
by
of Duty.
now?
They should have been talking about it a few months ago.
Here's something that didn't that no one expected. I don't know if they announced that they were gonna do these ahead of time, but the Pokemon company came out and just announced like several new products.
Just
Um,
out of nowhere, just like, hi, we're doing this, this, and this.
so they've got this one that I. So I actually I looked these up. They've got one called Pokemon Smile. These are all out now, by the way, so you can use them now.
Is that the toothbrush one?
Yeah, it's an app for your kids to help your kids brush their teeth. Um, so I went on the App Store, not the App Store, but the Google
Play
Play
Store.
Store.
Why did they
Someone,
change it to the Play Store?
it was always the Play Store.
I know, but what was the reasoning to call it the Play Store?
Google Play. I don't know.
Because
Anyway,
they
so
couldn't call it the
Pokemon
App Store.
Smile. I guess they're attempting to gamify the act of brushing your teeth because I guess kids don't like to brush their
They're
teeth.
trying to
Or
gamify everything that's Pokemon.
it's sitting at a hot 3.9 on the Play Store right now.
All right,
And people were just people would just
hating it.
keep. Everyone has the same. They don't hate it, but they're like, hey, we're doing everything right, but my kid's crying because the because the thing says it's not working. It's like not. We can't see your toothbrush, and the camera has trouble seeing my kid's face, and
Is
it's just
there
every review says the same thing.
is their phone cheap as fuck?
No, every review says the same thing.
I
Like
know,
well, she
but
even
are
said
they
this guy's using a Galaxy S9, so
see a
that's
cheap ass
top of the
phone? How
line.
dare you?
That's top of
How
the
dare
line.
you? You should get a Galaxy S10 for your toothbrush game.
Like this guy says, it keeps saying the brush faster and faster, even if you are rigorously brushing.
Rigorously brushing.
My kids brush their teeth for the full 2 minutes, and they're doing it really thoroughly, and yet the Pokemon still gets away and leaves my kid crying.
I'm sorry not to
um,
laugh, but can you imagine now that the art of brushing your teeth is now in tears?
it's
I'm sorry.
um,
I'm just saying, like you're like, oh, this is gonna be fun for my kid. He or she comes out in tears. Like what
yeah. I don't know.
is
This is a weird thing. I think I don't know. I don't know about that one. Then they put out Pokemon Cafe Mix,
yeah,
which
I
is
downloaded
a
that.
I downloaded that and tried it for a little bit.
I
it's a
didn't try it
cool,
at all.
interesting. It's an interesting puzzle game. Actually, I've never seen this puzzle mechanic before. Um, it's pretty unique, and I'll give them credit for that. Um,
You got me
it's
interested. I want to check what it says on the Apple store because those have good
oh
cameras. Okay,
um
let's see if they're okay. Let's see. When I'm brushing my teeth, I keep saying, "Get closer to the screen, brush faster, or make sure the face is visible." Even though I'm doing all those things, the very first time I used it, a little Bulbasaur in the bottom was shooting leaves at the little Pokemon. But every other time I use this is like a TLDR. This app would be amazing if it worked 100%, but it's nice. But they added support for braces because if you have braces, you have to brush the front a little longer and brush at an angle to get underneath the braces. It takes extra time. I noticed that it does not spend very long in the front of your teeth, mostly just the top. Oh God, this is awful. It would be cool if you unlock stickers for iMessage, blah blah blah. This is the thing that people want on iPhone. Okay. App's broken, everyone. On everything.
I don't really get it, but yeah.
App's broken,
The
everyone.
what's the rating on that one? On
Oh, it's
the
4.1.
oh, so it's higher than the Android version. So there you go.
Oh,
It's a whole
oh yeah,
point two higher.
yeah. The S stands for Shino. Yeah, a lot of 5 stars. So after seeing this in the Pokemon Presents, it was obvious. Okay, so I decided to try it out. Even everyone just makes these TLDR long ass reviews for this thing. Fuck.
TLDR, it doesn't work. um,
No,
but
no. This is a 5 star review, and it's a TLDR.
Pokemon Cafe Mix though, it has like a really unique art style too. Um, like I've never seen. They keep finding new ways to draw their Pokemon shit, and this one's pretty cool. Um, yeah, this one's free to start. I'm not sure at what point they make you pay for it, but it's
Soon.
it's interesting. I installed it, played it a little bit. It's not bad. And then people went ape shit over this. Uh,
This was
n-
I watched this live. I'm still like, what the hell?
New Pokemon Snap.
Yeah. Oh no, this is not the what the hell, but yeah, I do Pokemon Snap.
Um,
All about that snapping.
Here's my problem with Pokemon Snap. I don't think it's a good game.
It's
Um,
on rail, people. It's
it's on
nostalgia.
rails, and but like, okay, you could have taken
It had
that.
an it had an impression on people.
You could have taken that core idea and expanded it way further, but no, they're just doing the same fucking thing.
They didn't
Same
have time.
fucking thing.
They didn't have time to expand it. You get this.
They didn't have time to expand it over 20 years. Okay.
No, they
Like,
really did.
um, I don't know what it is about Pokemon and Pokemon fans who are so content with getting the same fucking shit over and over and over again. Like, I can't anymore, dude.
Well, it's one of those things. Those people are in contempt of buying whatever the Pokemon company gives them.
It's that game. Just it looks better and has new Pokemon.
I'm excited for a new Pokemon Snap. I want to fucking try it. I want it. I want to believe.
I don't. I'm not. I can't.
I want to believe in everything that is new Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Go. They put out some updates to help people like play it from their house because of the whole bullshit. Pokemon Go Fest is gonna be digital.
Re-
What?
Rebel says he can cut his shirt. I want to see Wasabi play DBZ. You don't want to see me play Fortnite? Okay, fine. We're not cutting it short though, but you'll probably get your wish.
I'm not playing DBZ.
How dare you?
Um, they're adding Mega Evolutions to Pokemon Go. I don't even know what that means. What is that?
Mega evolutions, so I guess they're getting bigger. So it's a charm. So basically, it hurts the Pokemon a lot. I don't know why they would add such a thing that hurts them.
Okay.
So it was in X and Y. They should bring back the lower Z X moves. Those things are cool. So I guess in battle you can use the you can mega evolve your Pokemon. It's different from Gigamaxing. Your Pokemon get bigger.
Fuck is a Gigamax?
Uh, your Pokemon grows to the size of a building.
Okay. Pokemon's so dumb now, dude. I can't. Uh, Isle of Armor expansion launched for
Yep.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. Did you play? What do
Yep.
you think
Yep.
about that?
It has shorts in it. You go around and catch Pokemon. You get a Cub Fu, and it's what you want. It's more Pokemon.
There's a new raid battle with Zeraora. Uh, can you
Zora.
explain Zeraora? There's a new raid battle with
Oh,
Zeraora.
so so it's a Pokemon. There's these little dungeons you go into, and you have to have candy to throw it in, and you have to battle it, and you can catch it. So if you weaken enough,
Um,
you can throw it, and they give you like experience points and stuff. But
okay, this one they said you can't catch. You if 1 million players defeat it, everyone will get a shiny Zeraora.
oh,
Um,
so you can't. You have to defeat it a million times for it to. Then everyone gets a shiny in the gift part.
and then there's a bunch of like sub text here that says to receive shiny Zeraora, players must move a Pokemon between Pokemon Home and Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield during the event.
Oh my! Oh my God!
Shiny Zeraora will be gifted via the mobile device version of Pokemon Home.
Oh my God!
Zeraora cannot be caught. An internet connection and the latest wild area news are required to challenge Zeraora. What the fuck is the wild area news?
I guess the news that's on the bulletin board and what the wild area. It has news, man. It tells you what Pokemon are around for
Persistent
which
internet
time.
and compatible smart device required. So,
Like iPhones.
like iPhones. So you can get your Zeraora, I guess. Um, and
There's a lot of
then
Pokemon.
I don't like Pokemon anymore.
I'm starting to feel like the Pokemon company hates their customers.
Or they just know how to mark. They know exactly what their customers would buy, and are just milking that shit.
They know what to
Like
buy, and
this,
then they miss the.
like this latest one. So they announced this today. Pokemon
This was
Unite.
the fuck was. I did you watch this?
Yeah, I watched it. It's a 5v5 MOBA developed in
Yes,
partnership with Tencent.
yes.
Um,
He
this
ain't
is
wrong.
another this is another uh free to start joint. Dude, this game looks fucking like everything you want and more.
I don't
um,
even know what you would want with this.
it's a MOBA, dude. I mean,
I mean, it's one of those
it's
things where I'm
hot
like,
right now.
yay! I'm like, yay! Nintendo has a MOBA. It's a Pokemon MOBA. I'm like, holy shit, so crazy. It is absolutely insane, and it's on phones and in the Nintendo Switch.
Zelda
I,
MOBA would have been better. Oh, you're not wrong about that, Rebel.
a Zelda MOBA would be fucking tits.
This
That would
whole
be tits.
the whole way they presented this, they did this whole fucking like esports, like mock
They had
esports thing.
Yeah, they had a girl who is a singer songwriter. I'll leave her. It's just weird how they presented this. Like you're like I was like, okay, we have big news to tell you. We're making a MOBA game. You're like, and they didn't say it's a MOBA. They said like it was an action defense game.
They didn't use the word MOBA,
They did
but
not use MOBA at all.
that's what it is, though. I mean,
That's what it is.
they also introduced a new type of Pokeball called the Blue Balls.
Of course, I feel like I got blue balls.
That was a little jokey joke. I don't know. It looks okay. Like it looks okay. like if I were to play any, I would probably play this and just trounce every kid who thought they knew what they were doing. Um, it'll be on Nintendo Switch and mobile, and will support cross-platform play. So
Also, all these Pokemon games coming out on Nintendo Switch, and it's fine. I'm just saying, like, way to support your platform there, guy.
I mean, mobile's huge. They be dumb not to put shit on mobile, especially
But this
when
is
you can
what the
get
Pokemon
people.
company is
You
spending their
can
time on. Is this shit?
they're pulling people in for free, saying, "Hey, it's free to start, but if you want to like keep playing, like at some point you're gonna have to pay for it, I guess." Which they didn't say. They didn't mention anything about like pricing or anything. They just said, "Hey, it's free to start, so fuck you."
Right.
Um, yeah, weird. Um, yeah, not. They didn't give a date on that. I don't think either.
They don't need to, but it's just one of those things. It's a lot of Pokemon shit, and we'll see what happens.
I'm done with Pokemon, dude. Like, if they're not gonna severely update that game, I'm done.
Well, we did get our MOBA that we always wanted.
You wanted that.
No, I didn't want the MOBA. I was very like confused when they presented the MOBA.
Mixer shutting
Yeah.
down next month.
Oh my god. It was one of those things I'm not going to repeat it, but there was a little bit of a drammy drum with this, with a some racial quotes, and then literally it seemed like the next day they were like, "Well, we're closing it down." They go like, "It's not. We're not closing
I
Mixer because
saw
of that."
that doesn't have anything to do with this. Like, this is something you don't just shut down an entire service just because someone said some racial shit. Like, this has
But it
nothing to
did
do with
seem
that.
it ain't, but it's just one of those coincidences that seem like it did
Yeah,
for a hot second. That's not what's happening. It gets worse. It gets
go on.
worse. So everyone is moving to Facebook Gaming. If you're a partner on that, you now got a contract with Facebook Gaming, and you sign an NDA, and they don't want you to talk to you about anything. They'll match your deal if you had one, but like Ninja and Shroud got paid out. Shroud got his 10 million, Ninja got his 30, and
I
yeah,
don't think there's a. They didn't say anything about an NDA. I don't think
I
they.
saw something.
Facebook's honoring. They're honoring the partners that are already on Mixer, but they're not forcing anyone to use that platform.
Yeah,
If
that's what I
they
figured.
if they do decide to go to Facebook, then they'll honor, like if you already had a partnership deal with Mixer, they'll honor that on
Right.
Facebook, but um they can go wherever they want.
I Look, I'm not gonna sit here and go like Mixer was doing pretty bad.
They're
Like as a
doing
streaming
extremely
platform,
bad.
like it was doing pretty bad.
Like I'll
So
give them credit I'll give them credit for trying to at least, like, they thought that if they pulled in Ninja and they pulled in Shroud that
Shroud
they'll
sucks.
gain. Well, regardless of what you feel about them, like they thought that they could pull in a new audience, but in reality, no one no one left Twitch to go follow those guys. They were just like, hey, okay, fuck those guys. There's other people here on Twitch that I can support.
Right. And
Um,
moving an audience to one platform to another is really hard.
yeah,
I mean, like I'm not here to to rain on their parade, but these people do have a month. They have a month to get those people to try to get them over. They didn't just stick cam people and go like, you have 12 hours, you have a month. That's a lot of time to tell your audience what to do. You have so much leeway. You have a month. Make the best of
um,
it if you can.
yeah. I mean, a month isn't very long, especially when
It's
you drop
it's
this
not
without much warning.
without much warning, and also the partners. The only people that look like they're gonna get a good payday is Ninja and Shroud. Everyone else is gonna eat dog shit or eat
Yeah.
dog food.
So
There
they
is no
Mixer said, "We've decided to close the operations side of Mixer and help the community transition to a new platform. To better serve our community's needs, we're teaming up with Facebook to enable the Mixer community to transition to Facebook gaming.
yeah.
Um, Facebook will
Everyone's
be
coming back to the
honoring."
Thunderdome.
Here's the thing. I don't think it makes much sense for Ninja to go back to Twitch. It would make more sense, I think, for him to go to YouTube. Uh,
Yeah,
just for the kind of content he makes is very more
but also
YouTube friendly. If you think about the age ranges involved in like Facebook, like first of all, I don't know anyone who still uses Facebook, but
only
like
mom
old people,
only only old people and people who love Donald Trump.
and
Just like D Live.
those people are not the kind of people who are watching game streams. I mean, I don't know how popular Facebook
You,
gaming is, but
you want to know why I don't want to use Facebook gaming?
what's that?
I don't want my mom to see me play anything.
I mean, she can do that
I don't want my
regardless.
I don't want my family to know what the fuck is going on.
They can do that though. I mean, it's
I
not like
mean,
they can't just.
look, I know we had that one stream with my mom here. By the grace of God, everyone was fantastic, and one of the best pieces of content we ever did. But I don't want her to see that. I don't want her to see like oh, let's check out what Ravy's doing today. Oh, what the hell is this?
Okay.
Also, I think Mixer. I'm going to talk to a producer standpoint. I don't think, and this is where I'm going to throw some shade. Ninja is really good. Shroud's really good at games, but they're not community builders. Shroud doesn't give a fuck about building Mixer. Ninja probably did, but Shroud sure didn't.
Yeah.
And it felt like paying these people were, oh, they're just gonna come over. They didn't. And if you're going to build a channel lineup and you're gonna have, oh, let's check out this thing Mixer. A lot of those streams just felt, look, I'm not here to suck Twitch's dick, but at least Twitch feels like it feels like a wild party sometimes. Sometimes you find these streams that feel like it's insane. Sometimes you find these streams, you go like, what the fuck is going on here? Not the thought streams. I'm just talking in general. You find these streams, you're like, what the hell's going on here? There was like this Zelda stream where they were in a ball pit and they're singing Zelda music and it was a marathon, like just zany shit. And of course, we can go over Twitch's bullshit, and there's plenty of it. But at least I never felt like Twitch never found they never found like the dress they need to wear and and own it. It always felt like they were stepping on hot coals or some shit. I hated the platform for that. It felt like people were really underlocking Twitch was supposed to not to be. That's just how I felt. That's why I didn't go over there because I felt like, oh, I have to really button up now.
It's weird because, well, I don't know. Like, if you look at the metrics that Mixer had, like year over year, um, their growth like from last year to this year was like 0.2% or some shit like that,
Right.
and then Facebook gaming was like 200% or something like that. Like, yeah, like they were like, just completely way off.
I don't get it. I don't get how Facebook gaming is gaining.
I don't. I mean, it's Facebook, so they already have like a large
They have a large audience of
audience.
grandmas.
I just don't know who's I don't know who's watching that shit. I mean, I went over there and like it seemed like the largest stream had like 5,000 or some shit.
which is not bad.
It's not bad, but it's not like it's not Twitch numbers.
No.
Um,
Well, it makes you wonder if Microsoft's gonna build up Facebook gaming and maybe they dissolve the operating part. Maybe they'll actually, bring those people from that side.
it's weird because there's a lot of games on Xbox that are like intertwined with Mixer.
Yeah, but they can just switch it out with Facebook gaming.
Yeah, I don't think they were gonna. Phil Spencer came out and was like, "We're not gonna force people to use Facebook Gaming. We're not. It's not gonna be on the dashboard. It's
I
not like
this is
people were afraid that Facebook was gonna impeach on their
yeah, but
uh
it's they
encroach
will.
on their
Yeah, but here's the thing about these platforms, and big platforms can go away. Stickam went away in a blink. Block TV, the graveyard for fucking streams is insane. And it takes you have to understand that if you build your house on whatever, on any platform, that it might go away just like that. You have to be careful. Yeah, Twitch is stable, at right now, but you know, I'm not saying it will go away, but if right now, I don't know if this is the peak of Twitch, but if it takes a downturn, it takes a downturn.
yeah.
Not saying that it will. I'm just saying that everyone is like, hey, this is a blip on the radar. Stop crying. There's a lot of tears for this platform. I don't understand.
I think
Mixer's nothing special.
people need to build their own platform. I think like I mean you utilize YouTube and Twitch for what they're worth, but try to bring people to your own.
In This is what I feel like. What Mixer failed. They paid Shroud and Ninja. I don't blame those guys. I'm glad they got paid, but they never built up the other. They never built up their partners. They never built up what other people needs. They never really did the work of the community and actually foster it and actually give ideas, because there's lots of ideas in streaming, and I feel like sometimes, like on Twitch, you get into the groove of this is the only way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish those guys luck, man. It is, and if they transition well to Twitch, great. If they don't, then I'm sorry. It is, the pool's already crowded. The pool's gonna get even more.
Ninja would be fine. Shroud would be
Ninja will
fine.
be fine. Shroud,
It's
Shroud just Shroud will buy his stupid bikes and go, I hit that, and be boring, and he'll come back to 50K people, and people like, Shroud, we missed you, we love you, and it's like, cool, 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 glad you're back. And Twitch will get on their hands and knees and kiss Ninja's ring because they did him dirty. People forget they showed porn on his account and said he ain't here anymore. Because
yeah,
if Twitch didn't do that, then I'm like, okay, Ninja, you fucked up, but nah, they salvoed. I just feel bad for the partners and people that are trying to make that platform better, and now they get fucked.
yeah. So yeah, hopefully they can find something else. But yeah, it sucks.
It's a downer, and then we have a bunch of downers, man. Today was the Twitch TV blackout thing. You want to talk about that or no? Just that
I
people
don't
don't
know
want to.
anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
I hate these things. I really hate these kind of blackouts.
Should we be
So
blacking out right now?
fuck no, fuck no. We don't get paid enough to black out. That's the
Yeah.
difference. We don't get paid enough to black out. And it's about sexual misconduct. There's a lot of it. Pro wrestlers, streamers, writers, just everyone's sexual harassment panda. And so they're trying to get this partner, and Twitch protects their partners. That's what they do. You know.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, even Games Done Quick's like, nah, we're not doing anything today. We're gonna do the blackout, and a lot of people are gonna do that. The reasoning, look, um, the guy's a scumbag, but he didn't do it on the platform. That doesn't make it right, but
Who are
he
we
is a
talking
scumbag.
about?
Uh, Rage, no respect, I do believe.
Who the
Some
fuck
dude,
that is? But okay.
yeah, bunch of partners, dude. So he did some like sexual misconduct. They all did fucked up things. Should always respect others, people's spaces, especially now. There's lines on the floor for reasons. Respect them. Stay 6 feet apart. Wear a mask. Stop touching their hair. Yeah, I'm not saying that's dumb, but I feel like it's not nothing's gonna get done. That's my problem. Was, oh, you're gonna black out, and I'm like, okay, we'll take advantage of that situation. That's all I see it. Because hey, I didn't do anything, and you didn't do anything, so it's all good.
It's weird that there's still people. I mean, some of this stuff is coming out like retroactively, but the new stuff that's happening is like how brave, how fucking brave do you have to be to try to fucking get away with some slimy shit when you know all of this fucking Me Too shit is going out, like you're gonna get fucking caught, right? I mean, you have to know.
And well, I played his apology, and it's just I didn't know. I'm like, dude, I've been in the house. I was raised by 3 women, man. And if you touch someone wrong, they beat the shit out of you. I'm just saying. I don't know if these dudes are raised by guys and there's no women in their lives and they think this is okay. It's not okay. Yeah, it's not okay, my guy. But yeah, this is not going to bring down the platform. It's a lot of bullshit. So
I
yeah,
mean, it's
that
just
that
a lot of it going out now, and it's just I never know how to I just never know how to feel about it, because on one hand,
it's
it's
yeah.
um that one girl came out about Angry Joe.
Yeah, well, didn't they say that was settled now?
I guess so. It is now, but like when it was happening, I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like, she never really accused him of anything other than being just
He
real
was being
slimy.
odd.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he seems like a slimy dude, but that's nothing to like, oh man, he should get thrown off the platform. But
yeah,
that's but a lot of YouTubers are assholes.
yeah.
Like a good chunk of them.
But all the comments that like under her post were like, "Wow, you lying bitch! How could you fucking make up this bullshit about
Well,
Angry Joe?" I'm
well,
like,
it's the Angry Joe White Knights. They do that every time someone comes out. She'll probably get death threats, just like anytime like Brett Kavanaugh. That lady got death threats. Joe Biden's accusers getting death threats, and she has to live in a bunker now. It is not. It's not coming out and say that man did something. It's not a fun time for anyone.
yeah. Um, all the IGN employees that came out against their ex bosses.
Yeah,
Like there's just a lot of shit coming out now,
IGN
and
has
it's
a
good. It's
lot of.
good because it helps, it helps other people. Other people see that there's solidarity, um, and knowing you're not the only one. So it
Right.
helps other people come out. So it's good that it's happening, but it's not good that it happened in the first place. So
Here's the thing, and yes, it's good that it's coming out, and it's getting mixed up with all this bullshit, with everything that's going around. And I hope those people that do like, if we can raise enough awareness that touching people, not just women, guys have been touched inappropriately too, is bad, then we did our job. That's all that matters. It's a tough story, but if we didn't do any, like, just
not just that, just be fucking a decent human being in general.
yeah, be a decent human being. If a girl wants to fuck you, she'll definitely tell you that, and you guys can have that conversation later. She doesn't want to have your hand on your thigh. She doesn't want your hand on your thigh. Just saying.
All right, should we
Yeah,
segue somehow into game releases?
yeah. Games are coming out, especially ones that live in a pineapple under the sea.
That's already out.
Oh, yeah. Go buy that.
Um, Ninjala comes out today.
Yeah, I
You
just downloaded.
you gonna be playing that after
Yeah, I'm
this?
gonna. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna be playing some Ninja Law. Yeah, the
Um,
story
he-
pack thing. It was
Here's a
$5.
surprising one for me. Well, not necessarily for me. This one's surprising. Brigandine, the Legend of Runercia.
Runosia?
Um, so I don't know if anyone's ever played Brigandine on PlayStation One,
Oh, jeez.
but that game came out in 1998, and this is the first. This is the first ever sequel to that game, which I didn't even know was fucking happening. But apparently, someone wanted a sequel, and here it is. It's like it's a tactical RPG, um, which I didn't really know about this game until I had a friend, my dude Aaron. He was like, "Dude, you gotta play Brigandine, man, Brigandine." I was like, "What the fuck is Brigandine?" Uh, and yeah, this is a sequel to a game that came out fucking 20 years ago.
That sounds amazing.
um, and then Collar X Malice for Switch. Brigandine, that's a Switch game, by the way. Brigandine. Collar
Oh,
X
weird.
Malice. Uh, Collar X Malice is it's a port of a Vita game.
Weird.
It's a visual novel, and that's coming to Switch.
Sounds good.
Death Come True coming to Switch, iOS and Android. I think this is some sort of adventure game. Don't know shit about this one. The player is tasked with finding clues and uncovering the truth of the protagonist's actions. The game's plot follows Makoto Karaki as he wakes up in a strange hotel room, having lost all of his
Okay.
memories.
Oh no.
When turning on the television, he finds out that he is a serial killer. Okay. Sounds like some type of like Silent Hill type shit. Um, Mr. Driller Drill Land for PC and Switch. I think this is a
Only
port
for
of
those?
yeah. Well, it is a port of the GameCube version.
That's weird. All right.
I like Mr. Driller. Not a lot of Mr. Driller love out there, but I like that game. And then next Monday, June 29th, Blaster Master 0, 1, and 2 hit PS4.
Oh, finally.
This is one of the first games I got on my Switch when it came out.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really good, really fucking good.
Yeah, and now
Um,
the right platform is going to enjoy them. Is it coming to the Xbox? They can enjoy it too.
no, they're not.
How about PC? They really need to enjoy it.
It's already on PC.
Oh, yay! The PS4 people can enjoy it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's coming to PS4. Great games. So
Yeah,
the first one, Blaster Master Zero, is more of like a remake of that first Blaster Master NES. Um, and then Zero Two is more of like it's a completely new game.
I see.
But yeah, I got Zero Two and I still haven't played it, and I need to. So, but yeah, those games are great.
So those are your games. None on Macintosh. All right, except for when Death Come True comes to everything.
Nothing on Mac. Fuck Mac. You shouldn't
I
be
know.
playing games on a Mac. I mean,
I
let's be
agree.
honest here.
They showed Tomb Raider on the Mac, and I go like, you guys are dumb. They showed it running on their ARM Mac, and they're like, look, it's Tomb Raider on Mac. I'm like, I didn't even know it said on Mac. I don't even want to play it on Mac. How dare you? But you can play all the iOS games you would want
Yeah, no.
with a controller.
Anything else? Is that it?
That's basically it. Just be good to people, everyone. I know it's a difficult times out there. Don't be touching things that doesn't need to be touched. Wash your hands, brush your teeth.
Wipe your
Uh,
ass.
yes, wipe your ass. Just be a good human, kind of. If a girl asks you for $2, don't give her 400. And in the hopes that she would sleep with you. Just just use better judgment. We love you all. We want you to stay safe. We don't want to have more stories of horribleness. I know you guys are good, but I'm talking about the greater good. Just keep well.
Yeah. Twitch.tv/Gameoverse. I got a full playthrough of The Last of Us Part 2 on there. So if you don't want to play the game, you can just watch it. It's fucking long as fuck. So just know that.
Yeah,
Uh,
and you'll get to understand all the funness that is that game and the controversy. Hey, you know what?
here's you know what I didn't say about the game that I wish I'd said before was it is the best it's the best playing Naughty Dog game that they've ever put out. Like
Well,
it's the most it plays the best. Like the act of playing it is just the
yeah.
most fun.
Well, and that's a tragedy in itself because a lot of the people that should play it are not. The
Yeah.
people who are
Well,
gonna enjoy it will enjoy it, and the people who are gonna hate it are gonna. Like normally, you would need a contention of people who can enjoy that game, and that's sad.
yeah.
Yeah, hey, before we go, I want to say this one note. I don't care if Anita worked on this game.
Well, you shouldn't because if she did, it doesn't fucking show at all. Like
Yeah, I'm just saying for the
if
people
they if
out
they didn't come
there,
out if they didn't come out and tell you that hey Anita had some sort of involvement with this game, if they didn't say that, you would never know.
right?
So it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It doesn't.
And the reason why I don't care about if Anita worked on it, Anita's not on the actual team. She's just advising the team
Yeah.
or putting an input of for it and going like, "Hey, maybe you should do this or this."
But
She ain't
like I
on the
said, I
team.
don't know what level of involvement she had because there's not a single the things that you would assume that she would have done to the game don't show at all. I mean, she's all about like feminism, and this is a very not anti woman, but like some pretty fucked up shit happens to women in this game.
You're
I
fucking
mean,
up people.
yeah, but like I don't know, the women in general have it rough in this. So
And
like the
guys
guys
have it
too,
worse.
but the women especially. I'll just say that like some fucked up shit happens to the women specifically. So I don't think that she would allow, if she could have her way, she would not allow some of the shit that happens to
No.
happen. Um,
Also, also the director of Neil Druckmann wanted to take a victory lap, and he's taking a slog. He ain't getting
um,
his victory lap.
the game is fine. So like people were just
Eh,
upset about the dumbest fucking shit, and it's like
well,
really, like you played 2 hours of the game, and then you felt the need to go and put out a fucking 40-minute YouTube video explaining how the game is trash, and you played 2 hours of it. Like, come the fuck
that's
on.
just it's just the hate mob. They wanted to hate that game outright.
It's very profitable to hate on this game right now, so go get your
Oh
money,
yeah.
YouTubers.
Oh yeah. They're that's just the clickbait of it. There's plenty of clickbait on everything. I get tired of the clickbait sometimes, but that's all I wanted to say about that. It's just I don't care about Anita. Anita can work on 100 games. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah. So,
Like that's
yeah.
just
Twitch.tv/Gameoverse. I think Raven, you're gonna play Ninjala or something, whatever the
I'm
fuck.
probably yeah. I don't think they'll serve live, but I downloaded the single player chapter story mode thingy.
Did I buy the game or did I pirate it? Can you explain to me how I pirate a PS4 game?
Yeah, he took a black market PS4 and got an ISO from the uTorrents
I would
and
love to know that.
yeah, he got a black market PS4 that you have to sit on the ground, and the spirit of JTech TV comes out, and he goes and then JTech blesses the PS4 with pirated capabilities, and then you can download all the shit you want. No, of course not. You bought this game outright.
Isn't there a PS4 emulator on PC? No. No, there's not. I wish there
No,
were. I would use that shit. If I could play the game at 60 FPS and 4K, that'd be dope.
that would be dope, but no.
Alright. That's the show, guys. Um, yeah, thanks.
Go,
Be good to
go.
people.
Yeah, be good to people. Don't be doing stupid shit.